Cool.
experience it again.
I need you guys to listen to this recording and practice it until you're doing it as good as I am doing it.
And sometimes because you get used to that, you slip some things.
Yes.
Absolutely. And she made an important point there now. Because you slip, you will get poorer results and you'll crash and burn. So let me tell you the story of what I see. I see people coming to sales training. I teach them to sell. They go out there, their first month, they just bang it. They do like 20 deals. And the second month, they do like 15 deals. And the third month, they do 2 deals. And then I call them in and I say, okay, something differed, and pitch to me. So then they pitch to me and I start realizing they are getting bored with the presentation. They think the person they present to should know all this basic stuff, so they neglect to follow some of the steps. Then for a while they didn't sell, so now they start building their own steps of what they think is going to make them sell. So by the time I evaluate them, the presentation they're doing is nothing like what I originally taught them. And then 99% of those people will crash and burn and fall out of the industry because they can't get back onto track.
So you leave the important stuff out.
Yes. Someone will go and see a client and he thinks, oh, everyone knows 6% in the bank is not good. So they stop doing the exercise of your money in the bank. And then they don't understand why they're not making sales. So you've got to have the discipline to walk into every single appointment. I mean, think about it from my point of view. How many times have I done this training? Not once, not twice, not 100 times, not 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Don't you think I'm sick and tired of this? Huh? But I know that the better I train you, the more the potential is there for me to make money. So I go through the same stuff. Okay, let me finish the close of the page.
Just
And then-
to add there, I'm just going back to my presentation this morning, and this is what I closed him on. It's just running through that mundane stuff. As you said.
Excellent.
In the essence, if you notice, despite all the interruptions,
Okay.
I said, okay, maintained the calmness. I know why I was there. And I had to, as Hardus right in the beginning, as I met him, to show him how terrible his money is doing.
Yeah.
And once I showed that to him and I showed him the contrast, I just kept on looping around that, and eventually just said to me, okay, it's cool. That's it. I want it.
Good. So you did the deal.
Well, he's paying in on the 4th, but he says he wants it.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, congrats, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Did you do this? This was your physical presentation
this is my
with the
physical
guy.
presentation. Yeah, I didn't go through all of those questions because I had so many interruptions. Because I mean, he's the director of a law firm, so there's people in and out of his
Okay, let
office
me
the whole
see your
time.
first page.
So my first page the whole time I'm.
Okay. Before you leave here today, on my desk, I have 20 printouts of the presentation pack.
Okay.
Brian will go and fetch it. We'll give it to you. Then you don't have to use paper. You can use the
Were you
presentation
writing
pack.
all of this out before you pitched it, or do you draw it up in front of the guy?
Well, I drew it up in front of him because with all the interruptions, I'm
Yeah.
standing up. Okay, fine. And instead of me getting all flustered, I said, okay, I know what I need to do. I know what questions to ask. So I just calmly just went about, and I maintained my calmness,
Yeah.
my professionalism. Just maintained that, and through the interruptions and phone calls, I drew it up, and then some gathering. I sort of just I took a look and I said, listen, hang on, I don't have a full 45 minutes with this guy. I don't. So what I then simply did, I started going for crucial questions, and I took him over to his number, because I let him talk.
Yeah.
What do you got going? What do you? No, I've got this. He's investing 30,000 rand in this aspect, and I said, okay, let me show you how that's doing. And then from there on, I literally did this for him. I took him down to the telecom share. I said to daily trade, and I said, well, here's a practical aspect, and I'm only going to use part of that. Can you see that only 1/5 or 1/6 of that money we're putting every month there over here? What this is doing for you? And I just went for his dreams and goals, and I just kept on pushing the nail.
Yeah.
But what he did is to say, with his calmness, this is where you come in and say, the attitude, leave the space between one question to another one. Give the client
Yeah, give them time to think.
Relax,
Yeah.
relax.
Because that was something that I've picked up on a number of occasions. And Hardus quite correctly said it. It's not a race to get through your questions.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not a race. There you go.
It's like a treadmill.
Well, not quite. But you ask the question and then you wait for the reply. Because there was a few times, and then there's a few times that this guy's he's a director of a law firm, so it's his game to make people. If he's asking questions, you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. And also then you can obviously judge where he's at.
At it. So what I was saying, I was looking for his trigger points or his hot buttons, and I was just literally going for those hot buttons and realizing I don't have the luxury to do a full presentation.
Never enough.
So I need to go find his trigger points and just literally drive that nail deeper and deeper.
That's right. So let me quickly finish off with the recording here. So I can't even remember if I did it with it closed now. So once I said to Dean, okay. So I said to Dean, okay, so you're in trouble now to get to your dreams and goal. Is that why you want money from the stock market?
Well, mentioning the stock market, so he
Yes.
already knows he's in.
And he says yes. And then I say, okay, but you want to make this money, but right now, can you? No, why not? I don't have the knowledge. And then I can close him and make sure that he clearly understands his lack of knowledge is his problem. Until he doesn't sort out that, he's never going to become rich. And I can go from there to the next page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the recording now. I think it was one of the better training sessions we've had
I love it.
on the 5 questions.
But it's been a while since we actually did this.
Yes.
Oh,
presentation.
page.
Yeah.
Okay, man.